What is going on, guys? Welcome to Gump's videos. My name is Kyle Gump. Today I'll be doing Gump's podcast episode number 2, and I am with...
Me.
He's him. He's Kyle.
Yes.
So...
Kyle squared.
Okay, so today we got a lot of things to talk about today, and today the first topic we'll be talking about is the DCEU's shaky future. So, okay, let's get into the news. Are you good?
No, continue.
Okay. The future of the DCEU was questioned after Justice League's fan and critic reception was less than stellar, and also the box office will struggle to break even after its run in theaters. So reports are coming out that even with Justice League underperforming, they will continue to slate up to 2020 with a few noticeable changes. Films will be hitting theaters are Aquaman, Wonder Woman 2, Batgirl, The Batman, Suicide Squad 2, Shazam, Green Lantern Corps, Justice League 2, and the Flashpoint movie. I would like to point out that Justice League 2 is not confirmed, but they are currently working on the script. The few noticeable changes that are out are Gotham City Sirens, thank God. Black Adam, that's a shame because Dwayne Johnson. A solo Harley Quinn movie and a Harley Quinn movie with the Joker, thank God. A Deadshot movie, thank God. And solo Deathstroke movie, thank God. And a Cyborg movie, thank God. I just want to say, 90% of those movies I just mentioned were not necessary, okay? Getting out of the way. So several months ago, there have been reports on Cyborg will be working closely with The Flash, like a buddy cop relationship. So the absence of his film might indicate that he'll be helping him in the Flashpoint movies. Okay, what are your thoughts?
The first noticeable difference that they will be adding daytime scenes to their movies, so it'll not always be black and white.
Yeah, it'll be color, guys, color. But I wanted to say that, first off, they should not be continuing, in my opinion. They literally shit the bed. I gave Justice League a positive score. I kind of regret that at this point, but it was a fun movie, but it was just underwhelming in different parts too. They finally got Superman right after 3 films. I mean, I love Man of Steel. I hate BBS. I want to use it as toilet paper and flush it down the toilet. And it's just disappointing. And so, out of 5 films, they only got 2 right, and one's very controversial. Actually, no, both are very controversial when it comes to the fans and critics.
I hated Man of Steel.
I know you did. It's just what this is a foundation, and you can't build a cinematic universe off this crappy, disgusting, mishwash, murky water foundation. It's just, you can't do it. So, what are you happy about that staying? I mean, Aquaman has to stay.
Okay, Aquaman, yes, he has to stay. They had a good, what's actor for Aquaman? I forget his name.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah, he's very good for the role.
And also that they're already almost done filming, and yeah, so that's why he has to stay. Wonder Woman 2. I mean, because the fans liked it. I honestly enjoyed it, but don't get him started, please.
It's not Clay.
Oh my God.
Spoiler.
What? Okay, just tell me, what are your thoughts on these movies that are out? And then, you just found out that Gotham City Sirens was a thing. Black Adam. I mean, I think you knew about.
I knew about Black Adam.
A solo Harley Quinn movie
That should not have been made in the first place, even if it's still in production.
Yeah, I don't think so. I know the actress Margot Robbie said she was writing up a script, and
They're having her write the script?
I have no idea, man. She might be producing it. It's all over the it's just crap. I try not to pay attention because I know I get mad when I watch these things. A lot of these movies are from Suicide Squad, and the only reason why that's a thing is because Suicide Squad was the closest thing to a wide accepted film, even though it was still 50-50, but that was the closest thing they got to a positive review. And that's despicable. It's sad. Until Wonder Woman came in, but soon as Suicide Squad came out, Harley Quinn solo movie, Joker was originally going to be his own thing. It was going to be an origin movie with Scorsese. I would not like that, but a lot of people were like, yeah, it's going to be cool. I mean, you got the Killing Joke. I mean, and that didn't do too well. I mean, Batman screwing someone who's like his daughter. I mean, it's pretty disgusting.
Yeah, that's cringe.
Cringeworthy. But, yeah, so what are your thoughts on the DCU in general? I mean, we got your thoughts on that in general, but the future, what would you have preferred?
I think they need to do a revamp. They need to I know I'm going to trigger half the people. They need to be doing what Marvel's doing. They need to be snatching up better actors when they can. And
Blasphemy.
one of the major things that still irks me is that they're doing all the child backstories. Like when they in BVS, when you saw a young Bruce Wayne, like, okay, at this point we get it. He fell down a well and he became Batman after his parents were shot. Like I think it's a mutual understanding.
The thing is, Spider-Man had like 3 reboots in like 10 years. But guess what? In this reboot, in the one that came out this year, they realized we don't need seeing his origin story. They don't even reference Uncle Ben. Well, I think they did, but they're like, we just miss him. And that was it. Because they got the picture. There was like 15 incarnations of Batman. We don't need another one.
Yeah, it's at this point they need to understand that the fans will know what their backstory is. Like, I would say the only reason to do another child backstory is if they introduce a hero we haven't seen on the big screen yet.
Yeah, and that would be like someone like Batman Beyond. It's when Batman literally is like 2050 in the comics.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, he's like, okay, I'm training this new guy, and he's more arrogant, suave. He's like a James Bond with spandex on. So literally, that's what Batman Beyond is like. So that's the only time I would see something different. But they are recasting Batman, so the people are like, Ben Affleck's not leaving. He's leaving. So grow up. I mean, I'm kind of sad. But I mean, like he can't mentally do it. Like in the real world, he can't do it because he's suffering like alcoholism. I mean, like first off, he relapsed. Yeah, yeah. You know why? Because like first off, what was it? Daredevil scarred him so bad because it killed his movie career, and he slowly started coming back. And they were like, "Hey, you want to be Batman?" He was very iffy on it because it's a superhero movie.
Yeah.
But he did it. BBS, bad. And he's like, shit. And then that's when he started drinking more bottles again. And then he started getting better again. But then guess what? Like a week after Justice League comes out, news comes out that he's hitting the bottle again. So he's not taking Batman too well, and it's scarring him up. So for his own health, he does need to leave. And I'm sad, but so people were crying, he's not leaving. He's leaving. So shut up. Piss me off. People like just like. So I just want this needs to be restored. It really does. And people are like, then that's what Flashpoint's for. I don't want to wait till what I think it was originally 2019, but I think they pushed it back to 2020. I'm still not sure yet because they've been changing things like weekly by this point. There was this one time in like the April area in that times there was like changes like cut nonstop. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna have some like these weird movies that no one knows and they don't deserve these things. So like they're changing up their entire slate like weekly. So I don't know, but yeah, I think we ran our time for this discussion. Do you think?
Yeah,
Yeah. It's just they should have restarted given it like 2 years. Do like maybe a solo movie to hold us all.
Stand back, like take a step back, come up with a firm plan.
And they said
cast.
You know what's funny? They said they were gonna do that after Justice League. They're like, okay, when Justice League comes out, we're gonna sit back and evaluate our situation. And they're like, if it does bad, we'll just restart. It does bad in every single sense. It's not gonna probably break even. And they're like, fuck it, we'll continue. Go! And I'm like, what are you doing? Stop! just pull the plug. It's done. It's over. Okay, whatever. Okay.
All right, yeah, but I think you need to move on.
I need to personally move on for my own safety. Okay, now we're going to a new subject. Well, I did last time, so it's not new, but I mean it's kind of new because the second.
It's new.
It's new enough. It's new enough. Gumps versus who will win in a fight: RoboCop or Predator. Not the sexual predator across the street. No, Predator from Arnold Schwarzenegger. Get to the chopper, kill me, do it now. That Predator.
I think that was implied, but okay.
So RoboCop versus Predator. Who do you think will win? So this is a tough one for me. This was brought up by a commenter, and this is tough because RoboCop is not as slow as everybody thinks. Like I think it was like the third one when he was really slow and tanked up. But in the second one, he was kind of fast. So he has agility. He's got like mad defense, and he's got heat-seeking ability. So Predator's invisibility cloak is no good. So if you had to roll the dice, if you were a gambling man, who do you think would win?
Well, I would say I would base it off of who would get the first shot off because Predator sees all based off of the heat vision too himself.
Yeah.
So if RoboCop can still see him when he has his cloak on, that means Predator's still going to see him regardless. So I really think it comes down to who gets the first blow.
Oh wait, is Predator's vision solely based off of heat seeking? Is that his only way of seeing, or is there like other ways he can see?
I believe it's only based off of heat seeking.
Okay, so then at that point, I don't want to do this, but I think RoboCop's gonna win because I think like even with the mouth part, like I think he's still completely metal.
That's true too. I did not think about that because he's just the lung sac with all of his vital organs in his head. So
yeah, I mean like, but I mean so he would be able to sense like the lungs and stuff like that. But it would be much harder because it's a much smaller target, so he won't be able to target him from such a longer range. And RoboCop's accuracy is like deadly. I mean, more deadly than Predator's. And even though like Predator's much faster and he's got a better arsenal, I just think through vision, RoboCop's gonna probably take the win only because of him being mostly metal. It's so tough.
I think Predator would get the jump on him, but in the end, I honestly will have to agree with you. RoboCop would take it solely because he's not a tissue mass anymore. He's majority machine.
Yeah.
But I would say Predator would get the jump on him, but in the end, he would lose.
Yeah. So winner goes to RoboCop. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments down, guys, because like this was actually one where I'm like, I didn't think there was a clear winner because normally when it comes to Gump's verse, I'm like, okay, that dude would win. Then I'm like surprised when there's a moron who disagrees with me because my opinion's always right. But this one, I was like, for this one,
okay.
Yeah, but for this one, I was actually going back and forth, which is a good sign saying that was a matchup I never even thought of. So thank you for the commenter. Okay, so to the next subject, and our final subject of the day. Star Wars.
Oh, okay, I'm good.
I really don't want to do this. I'm going to win.
I'm so disappointed.
We're not here to review the movie. There's not going to be a single spoiler. I mean, we'll try our best, but no spoilers. I'll keep our mouth shut, but let's get into it. The movie Star Wars The Last Jedi is now the second largest opening weekend film of all time, under The Force Awakens. But there was a massive word on Twitter and YouTube if this movie was one of the best or one of the worst. At some point, as film fans, where will we finally draw the line and say, man, this is just a movie? Because I swear to God, people are like so mad about. I mean, I was mad during my review, but the reason why I was mad is because people are contradicting me, saying that, oh, you just didn't get it. No, you're just not smart enough. That's what made me even angrier when it came to the movie, because like I'm smart enough like to put this piece of crap together, and it doesn't take intelligence. I mean, I'm pretty sure someone brain dead could watch this movie and be like, "Well, man, that was crap." I mean, like it's just you go.
So without giving spoilers, right?
Yeah.
No spoilers.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am a big Legends fanboy when it comes to the Star Wars universe, but man, they screwed up Luke in this film. I completely hate the direction they took him in. It completely undermines the original trilogy with how unfazed he was with Emperor Palpatine's attempts to turn him to the dark side, while still bringing his father back to the light side and redeeming himself. And when we get to this movie,
he's just a dick.
Yeah, he just runs away at every chance he gets. And I can't say anything without giving spoilers. I really can't.
So, just at what point would you say we gotta draw the line when it comes to fans' reactions? Because a lot of these reactions are pretty drastic. It's not just Star Wars. Star Wars fans usually are not like this. It didn't happen until episode 7. You know why? Because that's when the internet was at its hype.
It's 2017. That's why.
Yeah, that's why. That's why. But when do you want to obviously you can get mad about a movie, you can get really excited about a movie, but when would you draw that line saying, okay, that's enough when it comes to debating? Because a lot of people debate, but they're not properly doing it. They're just yelling at each other, trying to convince other people to agree with them.
Well, it's all about the love or hate bandwagon. as seen in with Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. There was a massive hate bandwagon for that game, which it got a lot more hate than I feel it deserved, it should have gotten. So when someone says they either hate the movie, everyone will start pushing towards it. And if someone really loves the movie, you'll get all the people who somewhat liked it, then they'll be like, oh, I love the movie, this is great.
Yeah. There's like no middle ground when it comes to this movie. Like, I'm sure there's people out there that are like, okay, it was just alright, but I mean, like, there's not enough people out there like that because there's too many people, including myself, are just saying they flat out hate it or they flat out love it. But like, I feel like most of the people that are saying these things that they love or they hate it, they're just saying it to say it to fit in. Because I was talking to someone on Twitter the other day, and they're like, it was the best. It was like number 2 out of all Star Wars. I was asking, okay, just tell me why, and he refused to tell me why. I mean, sure, you can like a movie, like, and not know why, but he refused to give me any like opinions. Like, he never gave me a single reason why he really liked the movie. Like, he didn't even tell me if he liked any of the plot points, where they took the direction, what the story was, or like the visuals. He didn't even compliment the visuals. He didn't even know what to tell me.
The visuals were beautiful.
The visuals were beautiful, but that was one of the 3 good things I gave the movie. But at what point, what point are we going to just say this is just a movie? Because people today are so butthurt about their feelings being hurt. Like, people, and I've never gotten this bad, but people send people death threats for like not liking a movie. People call me like Satan's worshiper for not liking Full Metal Jacket.
I didn't really like that movie.
Can
we bleep that out now since you got...
No. No. But let me just explain why. This is what I wanted to look for, people who say they love the movie. I'm not saying that you shouldn't love the movie. I just want to have a discussion why you like the movie. I want to actually understand why people like this movie, because I admittedly have a hard time seeing why people do like this movie, so I just want to understand why. But when it comes to Full Metal Jacket, the reason why I didn't like is because I'm a writer. I didn't like the way this movie was written, not because of the dialogue or because of the story. I just didn't like the 2-act structure kind of thing. Because the first half of the movie was its own movie, and then the second half was its own movie, and there was like little to no connections in between. When the first act ends, something happens, and I'm just like, holy crap, that was dark. And then it just cuts to them in war, and they mention it very little. They don't even talk.
Transition.
There's no transition, and that's why I didn't like it, because I watched 2 different movies on their own merits. They were decent movies, but together I didn't feel like it's a good overarching movie. That's why I didn't like Full Metal Jacket. I just want to know why people like this movie, but when I ask them that question, they just get defensive. I don't understand why. Like, I'm just like, tell me, why do you like this movie? They think instantly, like, I'm saying you should not like this movie. I'm not like 99% of the internet. I want to know why. I'm actually curious, because I would be a filmmaker, and I want to see how, like, the majority of people are looking at these films. So, in a way, you're going to be helping me out if you just tell me why. Like, that's all I want to know. But people just get so defensive. Like with Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, Volume 2. Not Volume 1, but Volume 2. I didn't like the movie. Blasphemy! Like, you should get off of YouTube. Like, what? Get off my case. Seriously. But
there's no solid plot through that movie.
You actually finished it?
Well, I saw it in theaters and I didn't like it.
Oh, I thought
I agreed with you. Like, you were saying you're the one of few who didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Like, throughout the entire movie, I felt there was no solid plot going on, and then when they see how bad Ego actually is, they're like, okay, let's fight him and kill him. Like, that...
So long story short, just like the plot was so weak. And when it comes to me, characters and plot, those are your 2 most important things. We're a little sidetracked here, but I just want to say that why is it that Transformers gets the most crap out of any film, but yet Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 gets a pass? Because Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. But like...
Well, the first Transformers was actually...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But but sure, they got worse and worse, and then that like you should hate the other films because they are pretty garbage. But then why is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 getting a pass? And I don't want to say, because people
Marvel
say
fanboys.
It's the Marvel fanboys, but I'm sick and tired of hearing the DC fanboys saying that they're paying off the critics. Like, stop. Stop. Like, I hate that reason. Like, when people are like, they're just paying off the critics. I mean, okay. I mean, you feel that way, but don't throw your gospel Bible crap at me. I don't want to hear it. Like,
That wouldn't surprise me though with The Last Jedi, if some of the critics were, because they were saying, oh, definitely better than The Empire Strikes Back, best movie out there, all that, and when all's said and done, everything crapped the bed in that movie. Like,
you know, I honestly think what's going on with this movie, I think it's the same exact thing what happened with The Phantom Menace. Because, like, most of the critics, including me, I really enjoyed The Force Awakens, so they got really hyped. There was a lot of questions that need to be answered, and this gave answers. I'm not going to say what the answers were, but I'm just going to say that, so maybe in their mind right now, they were just so hyped that after 2 years those questions were answered. They're just like, okay, that was great, amazing. But like I said in my review, I give it 6 to 12 months. People are going to start not liking the movie. They're like, oh, like when it's released on Blu-ray and DVD, they're going to be like, it's not as good as I remember. And then people are going to be like, yeah, I always hated the movie. I'm like, bullshit. Okay, so what are some movies other than Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and Star Wars The Last Jedi that you had this same thing where like people are just overreacting? I mean, other than superhero movies, that's going to be tough.
oh, I was going to say Wonder Woman right away. I did not like Wonder Woman, for the record. I thought it was really overhyped because it was the first... I know people are going to get mad at me, but it was the first female superhero. I'm not saying it's bad that it was the first female superhero
I don't think
movie.
that's the thing though. Like a lot of people don't consider Elektra. Elektra came out in like what 2003.
Yeah,
That was a female superhero movie, and they're like, it's the first female superhero movie out there. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not. Elektra was like, sure, you want to erase that from your memory because it was complete crap. It was disgusting. It was like, I wanted to pour bleach in my eyes and throw acid in my mouth and just hopefully I die slowly and painfully because it'll be better than Elektra. But
you could take clay with Wonder Woman since everything's not clay.
this is one thing we'll disagree on. I really did like...
I thought it was too overhyped. Like Last
Yeah,
Jedi, it was way too overhyped.
That I'll give it that though. Like people were like praising this movie like a little too much, but I think it was because people were just super excited because there was actually a decent DC film.
Like it was definitely better than BVS hands down, and I even say it's better than Man of Steel. I genuinely did not like Man of Steel.
Yeah, that's fair. I understand why a lot of people don't like
Yeah.
Man of Steel, but like people who are still watching this, which is probably fair a few because we just pissed off like literally every single person. We pissed
Hashtag
off,
Triggered Squad.
We literally pissed off the DC fans and the Marvel fans and the Star Wars fans. There's no one left. But like for the people that are still here,
For all you Desperate Housewife fans out there that are still here.
what? What? Get out of here! You're fired. You're fired. Get out of here.
Only podcast I'm ever in.
You'll never show up again.
I won't be here. I'll be holding the lights up in the background.
But like, I'm just saying, like, it's a freaking movie. Like the internet today. This is gonna be my final thoughts on this. The internet just got so like aggressive. People just don't know what to yell about. It's first world problems. Like their life is so good, they just don't know. They feel like they need to be angry, so they have a right to complain about something. Because everyone, listen, even I, probably you too, we just feel an urge that we need to complain about someone, so someone like will talk to us in the comments down. We want to have that feeling. So when there's nothing in their life to complain about, they're like, you know what? For shits and giggles, I'm gonna crap on Marvel. Just because, you know, Ultron was crap. And Ultron was crap. But I'm just saying, like...
It was a good crap, though.
No.
No.
Shut up.
Are you kidding me?
No, I thought it was...
It was better than Guardians of the Galaxy, too.
Yes. We don't compare those. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume
Well,
2.
it's Marvel. It's obviously comparable.
No,
I can't compare a DC movie.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's like Avengers had a plot. Anything that has a plot is better...
Okay, my thing with The Last Jedi, if I did not know Luke Skywalker's potential in Legends and what he was beforehand, I think I would have liked it better. I feel like...
I don't know anything about Legends. I think I hate the movie more than you.
Yeah, well, like I said to you, I love the development between Kylo Ren and Rey. I thought that was very well done in this film. You still don't like it.
No.
What is it, because Kylo took his shirt off in the movie? He was jacked for this film. He wasn't scrawny anymore.
I'm gonna say we're not talking spoilers. This is like
This is common knowledge. Google it.
yes, but I thought he looked disgusting.
Are you
I was like, I mean, like
his
for-
character was definitely better from 7.
No.
What?
He was the reason. Okay.
He was better from 7.
Okay, we're gonna get into spoilers because I'm about to get mad at you. I want to wrap this podcast.
Everyone's gone now. Spoiler. Yeah.
No, okay, no spoilers. We're wrapping up the show right now because I'm gonna have to yell at him when the cameras are off. So, so the DCEU Shaky Future. Just close it.
Han died.
Gumps versus RoboCop beats Predator and Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Stop being butthurt, fans. Like, seriously, it's a freaking movie. Calm down. Okay, so that is it, guys. I have a Twitter, Instagram, Gumps_videos. Go follow me there for the latest news and updates on this channel. And you got anything you want to close off? And of course you don't. Okay, goodbye, guys.